Okay, I'm going to show you how I set up and fish Strawberry Reservoir today. I was using Brad's cut plugs, and this one here is a small one. It's about 2 inches, and this one here is a little bit bigger. They call it 3 inches, but it's not quite 3 inches. It's closer to 2.5. And if you look at this hole on this cochineal and the small one, there's 2 holes to put your line in. You look here, and it's hard to see, but the best place is to run your line from here up on the side, and that will make it spin. Now you look at this one, the 3 inch, they only have 1 hole. And so what I do is on this 3 inch, this is one I was using today, as I take a drill bit and drill a hole on the side. So I'll have it from the side. I go in right there on the front, and I come out right there. And so this is kind of what it looks like with the drill bit. You'll put it like that. You'll come through this other side, and so all of the, and you'll catch more fish if you do that. Now this setup today at Strawberry probably caught me over 15 fish, and they were good sized ones. And what I do when this here will open up so you can put sand in it, but I take my line and I put my line through here. I don't go through any of the back stuff. I go through here, and then I go through that hole that I drilled, and I'll take beads. Now cutthroat like green, so I use a lot of green for cutthroats. You see I got one big orange bead right there, so it won't go through, and then all the rest are small, and I got a green. Every other one is a green, and I stop those beads right at the back of this cut plug. I have 2 hooks, so if I want, I can put chub meat, and if I put chub meat, I will put I'll put it on this top hook, and then I will put just a little bit of a worm on the bottom hook, or else I will run both hooks with worms on it. But if I run chub meat, I will just run the chub on the top hook. And a lot of times when a cutthroat hits it, they'll go after that chub. And so that was one setup. I had used 3 setups today, and I never did change. And I run a green Dodger. It's a 4.5 inch sling blade, and you can see I put a little bit of a bend in it, and I have a 36 inch leader between the Brad's cut plug and this here. So if I run a 5.5 inch sling blade, I will still use a 36 inch leader. So that's really important, I think, is having that right. And this color, I love these green color for cutthroats at Strawberry. And so my other setup, and I caught a lot of fish on this one too, and so we have a True Blue made this one, this Dodger, and then these are the worm harnesses that I make up. You can see I have a green, it's a Colorado blade, and you can see I have a lot of green blades in it. Now on this one, I have a sudden death hook. And so you will thread the worm up around that hook, and then you'll have a tail of that worm coming out, and this here hook is exposed. And that is a killer. Because that thing starts rolling like that. And I got a lot of fish on this one today too. And so, I have about a 22-inch leader between this worm harness and the Dodger. And then the third setup I use, and this one here was my best one. I have no idea how many I caught on this. It was a lot. It's a white body. I have a green bead. Then I have a silver smile blade on there. I have 2 hooks. I have a glow-in-the-dark bead between them. I use number 2 Gamagasi hooks. And on this one, most of the time I'll run chub meat on it and a little piece of worm on this one. And then I do run worm on them too. And whenever I go to Strawberry this time of year, I will always take at least 4 dozen worms, because there's a good chance you'll go through all of them. And it was a good day fishing today. I used my water woof, and I wanted to see what different Dodgers looked like with the brads. And so you'll see in this video how brads reacted to the different Dodgers. That now there's in the video I had my water woof camera on it, and I started out at about 10 feet. That's where the fish were at, was at 10 feet. And I didn't want to pull my camera in, so I didn't put a hook on any of them. So when you see the fish going after it, there's no hook, but I did have beads. I set beads on there, and I kind of blocked them so they wouldn't come off. But there's no bait and no hooks. I just wanted to leave them down, and then I could look at it when I got home. And so we're going to go into the video of how I caught fish. You'll see some of the fish I caught. You'll see what the Brad's cut bait looks like with different Dodgers. I tried to keep my speed mostly at 1.5. So enjoy this video.
was late last summer. I was floating the river down through town, feeling like my luck would never change. For I'd been so lonely, watching all of those other happy guys hooking up while I felt only pain. When out of nowhere came the prettiest flash of red and gold, a finer set of spots as never swum. And when she swallowed my line, I knew she wasn't just another fish in the sea. Oh, finally I had found my only one. Little Miss Cutthroat, you're the queen of my drift boat. You swam into my life today, straight out of the blue. Little Miss Cutthroat, my Yellowstone dreamboat. More than just my fly is hooked on you. I had visions of love and a gazing into each other's eyes, walking in the rain, hand in fin. She was pulling my heartstrings. I figured she was just playing hard to get, and soon enough we'd both be falling in. Ah, Little Miss Cutthroat, you're the queen of my drift boat. You swam into my life today, straight out of the blue. Little Miss Cutthroat, my Yellowstone dreamboat. More than just my fly is hooked on you. Suddenly she was gone. I saw her purposely spit my hook right out, and I knew then that she'd planned this from the start. She flipped me off with her tail, and I cried in my lucky fishing hat, 'cause she caught and never did release my heart. Little Miss Cutthroat, you're the queen of my drift boat. You swam into my life today, straight out of the blue. Little Miss Cutthroat, my Yellowstone dreamboat. Don't you know I'm hooked on Little Miss Cutthroat, the queen of my drift boat. You swam into my life today, straight out of the blue. Little Miss Cutthroat, my Yellowstone dreamboat. More than just my fly is hooked on you.
Sam read The Fish Finder, like favorite book, then said, "Jeff, you got bait on your hook? There's a big one down there. It's a Chinook." He gunned the troller, gave me a look. He said, "We're right on him." Without missing a beat, yelled, "Drop your line down to 42 feet. If you don't screw up, it won't be long. Someone in this boat's gonna sing Fish On. Fish on, fish on. Do it by the book, don't take too long. Set the hook, reel it in strong. Fish on, fish on. Well, he surfaced once, then swam back down. Sam said he's just about 29 pounds. I said, "Cut him loose, that ain't gonna work." Sam said, "Jeff, you stupid jerk." You know they don't bite like this all the time. I say, "Sam, we here on my dime. And I got a bet with my old friend Dan. I'm coming home with a 50-pounder in hand." Fish on, fish on.
letting him go, but I gotta think big to collect my dough. Fish on, yeah.
Well, the boat went silent as we set him free. Sam just sat there staring at me, smoking a burro, spitting in the sea. I was getting hungry and I had to pee. Then just as we were about to give up and go home, I felt a tug on my rod like none I'd known. It was ominous, like a monster from the deep. I say, this is the one I believe I'll keep.
Fish on, fish on. Wind your line, got to make it whirl. You can't catch a king reeling like a little girl. You got fish on, oh, fish on.
I was barely holding on when the fishmaster cried, "He's dragging the boat, taking us for a ride." I knew I needed all my strength right now. Then the fish yanked my ass from the stern to the bow.
Jesus Christ, that's a hell of a fish.
But I didn't let go, though my knuckles were white. I said, "Fish, I'm gonna win if it takes all night. I'm reeling you in, and that ain't all. I'm mounting your fat, scaly butt on my wall."
Fish on, fish on. I got it. Close your eyes and quote the scripture, but first get a camera and take my picture. Fish on, smile real pretty. Fish on, whoa.
It took 3 hours to get that bastard in the boat. We were taking on water, just barely afloat. When we reached the dock and the crowd gathered round, they said, "We heard on the air he was pulling you down." I said, "Don't believe all you hear, 'cause it ain't always true. I was playing that king. It's my job. It's what I do." Then we hung him from the scale for the whole world to see. He wasn't 50 pounds. He was fucking 53.
Fish on! Fish on! Wanna thank my mom and thank my crew. Especially wanna thank all the little people too. Say fish on! Fish on! Oh, hit him again, he's still kinda squirmy. Somebody call my damn taxidermy. Fish on! Fish on! Oh yeah! Fish on!
When I was 5, my daddy took me fishing. We set out to catch that old man trout. One-on-one father-son tradition, learning what life was all about.